Hello everyone, so I'm back and the topic for this video is all about the nature meta, especially for for the last weekend event 116, where currently there's a sudden increase of player using nature, especially on the high rank mythic. And without further ado, we should like start the discussion. So as you can notice, for the last weekend event, there are like in the top 10, there are like 4 out of 10 players who managed to win 23 games or 22 games or 21 games using nature. And there was like a sudden increase of high mythic player who used the nature deck. So the main reason why, uh, if we check when sponsor who are currently ranked 2, the main reason why there's a sudden increase of players using nature is because of the god power flourish. So as you can notice, flourish was last week, it was buff. Instead of like 2 casting costs, it became 1 casting cost, and as you can see from the ability, it give 1 strength and regen to one of your creatures until your opponent's turn. So technically, it was a good buff, because the good thing about this god power, it doesn't matter if the creature you add buff is, it's a nature card or a neutral card or it's a wild card. So technically, uh, it's a big improvement, especially of the casting cost. And if you notice, like way back before this upgrade, majority of nature before this flourish buff, majority of players are using the god power, the which summons the badger. The badger is a 1/2 creature with confuse, and that creature is a wild creature. And majority of back then, the meta is simply using wildfire and trial of hydra, where technically all wild will be increased from adds +1/+1 and add regen. So that was like a famous like aggro deck for the nature. And even though you also have like a big beast nature, people still use wildfire and try of hydra, because majority the meta back then are more on wild creatures. But now, because of this new one, new god power, everything now the start changing on the deck composition. So one thing that I noticed, like on the deck composition of this new nature meta, is like they added now Vanguard and Pyramid Warden. The main purpose why it's suddenly increasing, because like I said, the flourish does not care if the creature is wild or a nature card or a wild card or it's a neutral card. And because of the +1 regen, people are taking advantage of using creatures with high health, and this is like come in with the pyramid ward. And as you can see, this became now a new staple or common now in the meta for this nature meta. Now, my recommendation, if you don't have pyramid warden, because pyramid warden are very expensive, is just use skeleton heavy. It's a neutral 2/4 Anubian, just like a generic, just 2/4, and that's you take advantage of its higher health. Because FYI, in Pyramid Warden, it's a good card, but sometimes good player, like special opponent, can exploit this one and put that on their favor instead of you. So that's like sometimes there's a pros and cons of playing Pyramid Warden. And as you can see, this is like I noticed like everyone's still using Marshwalkers. Chiron, you can replace this one. If you don't have, you can like add additional no hanging fruit, or you can like add the best friends for temporarily for replacement for this one, or you can add two. Under bush boar, this is like so expensive. So if we go to the bush boar, so boar is like 77 US dollar. It's very expensive. The main advantage of using boar, this is like a card remover for nature. And the good thing about this one, because it's like a random attack, it can hit randomly any order creature of opponent. So it can attack ordered. Technically, you cannot attack target attacking any creatures on the opponent if they have order, but this one, because it's random, it can attack order. So that's one of the main advantage and why people in mythic rank use this one. But FYI, if you don't have, you can replace it with weapons, weapon card like like the two to cost weapon of like the flame, the Fey Flame Blade here. You can replace that one under board. So that's what's like a replacement. So Finian is a must, especially if you manage to get this one from your Dio pack. Canopy is a must. Revenant Link is optional. You can replace with Rabid one. So the Rabid one is, for example, in my nature deck, you can use Rabid Bear if you don't have that. Ordinary Goat. This is like a must ever since. But and FYI, this is like cheaper compared with Underboard. If you manage to sell more of your Dio cards, you can like try to buy this one. This is only $3. Before 3 months ago, I purchased mine only for $0.9. Lightning Strike, if you can like add more Lightning Strike if you don't have Honorary Good, and partner that with Rabid, right? So and for here, as you can not see, add Celestial Stag. You can this option, so you can replace Rabid here or add more Celestial Stag. This is like a good option. Selena is a very expensive one. You can replace it with any four. As you can see here, you use Overgrown Rhino. My recommendation is add Cyclops here. So Cyclops is it's a newly buffed creature, and it's this one gets bigger and bigger every turn, if especially if opponent did not manage to kill it as soon as possible. But it gets bigger. It can become 7/7 as long as you frenzy. If not, it add +1/+1, so it's still a good one. So you can partner that one with Rhino. For unknown reason, when sponsor use Overgrown compared with Cyclops, maybe he doesn't have. Jaguar Staff, for me it's like a must-have, especially in the past, because this is like a good weapon. And if we check the price for the Jaguar, as you can see, it's $4. I think last time I purchased this one, it's like $1 or $2, but now it's getting expensive because it's getting more popular, and also the Ethereum is getting higher now also. So if you don't have Jaguar stuff, I recommend to add more Brazen Moose. This is like common in Dio pack. And Giant Pangolin, you can like add this one. So in my deck, I add one Giant Pangolin and add Sadden. So I can replace Jaguar stuff with Moose, just like to become more heavy creatures. And yes, as you can see, I have Rabid. I have more 3 to cost here than the 4 and 5. But it depends on your playstyle. So you still manage to tweak things accordingly to your playstyle, right? So currently, this is like deck by when sponsor. If we check Owling OK, has the same core, same on the neutral one, almost same with identical with the rest, and it's just like sudden changes in the 3 to cost and 4 to cost and 5 to cost. For Cujo Bad Baba, as you can notice, he has more weapons here. He has 2 more Lightning Strike. He does not have Goat. As you can see, he does not have Goat. We can like do the same thing. He has both Overgrown Rhino and Mooncrest Cyclops. He's used Jaguar Staff. You can use Moose here, especially if you don't have Avatar. You can use Moose. He used Sadden, and instead he used Minotaur. So Minotaur are well common against versus Sleep deck. So because of it removes Sleep, but because of the sudden shift of aggressive, so who knows, there's might be less Sleep now. You can like replace with Pangolin, and as you can see, he removed here the boar here, so there you can like balance, means less 1 CC means he take advantage of having more 4 to cast here. As you can notice, more 4 to cast, less 3 to cast, only Lightning Strike. So it's depend on what you prefer. And as you can see here, this one is also like a little bit mid-range. He removed the axe one, but he add more on 4 to cast. He has total of 5, and he has like total of 4 on the 5 casting cost. So he's shifting now for a low cost medium. He reduced that one and moved a lot of cards on the 4 cost and 5 cost. So I believe this is like a little bit like a big beast creature, or like a little bit like a mid range. So my deck, I try to mix and matches. So this is like almost the same. I'm just using Jaguar. I like using Sudden Bloom, but I only add one. I take advantage of those Overkill and Frenzy. So I use Rabbit Bear here, and I still have those basic bear one. I got the Boar one. I purchased this one 2 months ago, around like I believe like $30. Now it's like 77, so profit for me. And Chiron, I got one Chiron I can like replace. So currently my tips here, the main reason why the nature meta is Sudden Boom because of the Flourish, and the best to use Flourish is to take advantage of your big health minion. And we all know nature deck has lots of big health minion here, like literally 6/6, 5/5 with the lowest casting cost, right? If you don't have like other Moontrays for mid rank player, you can use Wetland Ogre here. If you have Moose, you use the Helion, because like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a nature or non-nature or neutral or wild, because Flourish is literally can be used to any type of creature. And my tip against when playing this one, always do board control as much as possible, and then overwhelm your, because you don't have now the Badger will automatically add more creature. You use Regen to board control and also make your creature alive. And if you are a player against nature, my base approach fighting nature deck is to kill all his creature as much as possible. Don't make him has, so every time he plays, I make sure I kill those creatures, because if the nature became unstoppable once he get foot of his big minion getting more and more and more. And that's it. So thank you for watching. So kindly please subscribe on my videos so I can like do more about Gods Unchained meta, and please comment if you have questions, and if you have more questions. And thank you for watching. So I think in the future I will make more about meta decks, and how to help you guys to level up and rank. And thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.